You've seen it, right? It's all over your social media feed. The dream of getting rich from the stock market. And not just rich, but rich fast. Well, for millions of people, that dream ends up becoming a total financial nightmare.
So, let me introduce you to Ramesh. He's 19, a college student, and just like you and me, he was scrolling online. He kept seeing these posts, you know the ones, flashy cars, screenshots of massive profits, all promising this incredible life of luxury. And he got hooked. He thought, this is it. This is the secret. So, he decided to give it a shot. He started out small, and you know what? It actually worked. He made a few quick trades, saw some exciting wins, and his confidence just shot through the roof. He honestly felt like he'd cracked some secret code that nobody else knew. Well, that overconfidence led him to make a pretty huge decision. He thought, okay, it's time to go big. So he took all the money he had, and I mean all of it, his college fees, his hostel rent, every single rupee his parents had sent him, and he put it all into one massive high-stakes trade.
So there he is, just glued to the screen, his heart pounding in his chest. He sees the chart flicker green, then red, and then just a complete catastrophic crash. In literally a few seconds, everything vanished. It was all gone. And just like that, the dream was over.
Okay, so let's really get into this because Ramesh's story, it isn't just about one guy. It's a story that's playing out for millions of people who are chasing that exact same dream, and sadly, often with the same heartbreaking results.
So you have to ask, right? Was Ramesh just really unlucky? Or is the game itself maybe designed for people like him to lose from the start?
And here is the hard, cold data. This isn't just a story. This comes from an official report. A shocking 9 out of every 10 individual traders in what's called the futures and options market lose money. Now, these are basically just contracts to buy or sell something in the future at a price you agree on today. But just let that number sink in. 9 out of 10.
So where is all that money going? Well, while small individual traders are losing these astronomical sums of money, you've got these huge financial institutions on the other side of those trades, and they're profiting big time. Sometimes they're speculating too, sure, but a lot of the time, they're just the ones making the market work, and they build their profits right into the system. It really makes you wonder, is this even a fair game?
Now, to really get how we ended up here, we actually have to go way back in time. And the story has a pretty surprising beginning. It doesn't start in some skyscraper on Wall Street. It starts on a farm with a very simple problem.
Believe it or not, 4,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, farmers were making these simple contracts to sell their crops at a fixed price before they were even harvested. And this idea just evolved over the centuries, but the main goal was always the same: to manage risk. It's a world away from the high-speed, multi-billion-dollar global speculation we see today.
And this original idea, it has a name. It's called hedging. The easiest way to think about it is like financial insurance. The goal was never to hit some massive jackpot. It was to protect yourself from a disaster. To make sure you didn't go broke if prices suddenly tanked.
Now, compare that to modern speculation. Here, the goal is the absolute opposite. It's not about making risk smaller. It's about taking on huge amounts of risk, all in the hope of a quick, massive payday. The whole point of the tool has been completely flipped on its head.
So this is the really crucial point. Why is this modern market such a brutal battlefield for regular folks like Ramesh? Why does it feel like the house always wins?
Well, first off, let's just talk about the sheer scale of this thing. The amount of money traded every single day in India's futures and options market is just massive. We're talking over 300 times larger than the regular stock market where you buy and hold shares. This is an ocean, and it is dominated by whales.
The big thing that pulls everyone in is something called leverage. Okay, let's break it down. Say you have 10,000 rupees. In the normal stock market, if a stock price jumps a little, you might make a 500 rupee profit. Nice! But with options, that exact same price move could make you 25,000 rupees. The potential gain is huge. But, and this is the big but, so is the risk. If that price moves against you, you don't just lose a little bit, you can lose your entire 10,000 rupees, all of it, instantly.
And you have to remember who you're playing against. It's not just other people on their phones. You're up against giant institutions with billions of dollars, and they are armed with super fast algorithms that make thousands of trades in the time it takes you to blink. In fact, these algorithms execute 70% of all trades. It's like you're showing up to a robot fight with a butter knife.
So if the odds are stacked so high against you, why on earth do so many people keep playing? Well, the answer isn't just about money. It's neurological. It's all about how our own brains can get us trapped.
And you can see from the data that this is a fast-growing problem. Since just 2019, the number of F&O traders in India has exploded. We're talking more than 13 times bigger. And get this, almost half of these new traders are young people under the age of 30.
Okay, so here's the science. These trading platforms, they can work just like digital casinos. The simple anticipation, just the thought of a potential win, releases a chemical in your brain called dopamine. It's that powerful feel-good chemical, and it spikes before you even click the buy button. So whether you win or lose, your brain starts craving that rush again and again, and that creates this powerful and often very addictive loop.
All right, so knowing all of this, the crazy odds, the intense competition, the psychology of it all, how can you protect yourself? How do you approach the markets in a way that's actually smart? It really all boils down to 3 simple lines of defense. First, just be aware. Honestly, just knowing how this trap works is a massive first step. Second, you need strict risk management. Never, ever, ever trade with money you cannot afford to lose completely. And third, financial literacy. You have to build your knowledge before you risk your capital. And this leads us to the final and most critical question that you have to ask yourself. When you put your hard-earned money into the market, are you making a calculated investment based on real knowledge and a long-term plan? Or are you just rolling the dice and hoping you get lucky?
Because at the end of the day, it's so important to remember this one thing. Building real, lasting wealth takes skill. If you're just relying on pure luck, you're not investing, you're gambling.